What's up, boss Tweezy? It's your boy Beezy, and I'm coming to you live from the Steezy. What's up, boss Tweezy? It's your boy Beezy, and I'm coming to you live from the Steezy. That is the theme song from the old MIB cartoon. I want to give a shout out to the dudes that made that old MIB cartoon because I absolutely love that show. That show is the reason why I don't care what goes on with the Men in Black series. I'm watching the next movie because one day it might get back around to the cartoon. And that's all we're looking for. Well, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I got a new laptop and I have to give an earnest and honest thank you to the boss Tweezy, to the boss fam, because I, Dun Beezy, did not punch a time clock to get this laptop. And I'm going to keep it real. I did not punch a time clock to get my laptop. Not for a single second. Every single dime that went into it was produced creating content or via social media management services. And that's a big step forward for everything that's going on at Dumb Beezy TV LLC. So, huge shout out to everybody in the Boss fam. And I promise to continue to work and continue to build to advance the mission. Today, I'm in here a little bit sporadically. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. So, what had happened was my laptop bricked last week. It bricked last week at the most inopportune time. I promise you, I was absolutely crushed. I went out last night, I went out last weekend like Kuwabara after he thought that since we had taken Yusuke out. But it was how can I even describe this? I want to describe this. I've been working on a YouTube video for different. I've been working on YouTube videos for different roller skaters. I'll start from the beginning. That was a little abrupt. Let me start from the beginning one last time. I have been working on YouTube videos about different roller skaters. One of the roller skaters that I've been working on a video for is Gene Elliot. Well, Gene Elliot was one of the oldest skaters of all time. Let me not say in July, he celebrated his 99th birthday. Was it July or was it August? Let me get specific. Yep, in July. Last July, Gene Elliot celebrated his 99th birthday. Well, he passed last week. So, I've been working to get this video out as quickly as possible. And last Saturday, I got the news around the same time that my laptop broke. And I couldn't even edit anymore. Like my laptop, the audio driver stopped working. The mouse wouldn't connect, even though it said the mouse wouldn't connect. I couldn't hear it. I couldn't even connect the speaker to the laptop and listen to it. So I was able to do some typing work and get my files off. I can't open the file explorer. I can't even open the Windows box at the bottom. I attempted to reset it, couldn't reset it back to the original, couldn't reset it back to Windows 10. I'm looking at it, it's not even registering previous restore points. And in my head, I'm like, bro, I know you got at least one restore point. There is a line in his chapter. I enjoyed skating in the 70s. There was so much great music with all the different recording artists. Disco was here, and I loved it. The Bee Gees had us staying alive. John Travolta gave us all the Saturday Night Fever. I was all over the skating rink. I had a real live Travolta shirt and a few of his moves. I put on my suit. I tossed on my Travolta shirt and I hit the street like it was Saturday Night Fever. I love John Travolta. I love Saturday Night Fever. I love the Bee Gees. Last weekend, we was in the club living it up for Gene. All weekend, putting up shots all weekend. It was reckless. I was out there alone. Let me get it together. Because I said we, it wasn't nobody else. It was just me. So I want to check out a couple of videos and look at some articles about Gene's life. Well, the cool part about Gene's life is he lived for 9 decades. That means he lived through 9 decades of skating. Gene volunteered for World War II because he didn't want to wait to get drafted. Gene was in California preparing to go to Japan when Truman dropped the bombs. Gene met his wife skating in the 1940s. Gene was skating with his daughter in the 1960s. Gene saw the first roller skating boom in the 1970s. And he saw skating go out of style in the 1980s. When the 2000s hit, Gene lost his wife. And after he lost his wife, he put his skates up in the closet. Well, his daughter was working as a data manager. How do you say it? A data analyst. His daughter was working as a data analyst in an elementary school, and that school had a skate night. Well, what had happened was none of the teachers could skate, so they needed a chaperone. So in the 2010s, 2007, Gene puts his skates back on to come chaperone his daughter's skate trip. One part that I didn't say is back in the 80s, Gene was a skate guard at Skateland. So these are skills that he's built back in the day. Well, as you can probably tell, Gene kind of made a name for himself. So he was in. Gene made a name for himself, so he was popular around town. Well, as he started to hit more historic birthday milestones, he started to get more news coverage. I want to go through and check out some of the videos that people have made about him so we can learn some more about his history and get some visuals to connect some of the things I've been saying. This is from 90. Nope. Making sure that everybody can hear the vid. Let me look at where the captions pop up to make sure that I'm not popping up on the captions. Excuse me. JK, everybody can't hear this vid. Can you not hear the vid because it's muted on the TV? This man goes roller skating 3 times a week. This is his 90th birthday party. What's going on? No more false starts. Another false start after I said
when
no
I
more
get out
false
on
starts.
that floor, I'm back in my. When I get out on that floor, I'm back in my 70s.
I think this line is so powerful. When I get out on that floor, I'm back in my 70s because I think it's so easy to count. I think it's so easy to hit an age as low as 25 and start calling yourself old and start considering time over and effort lost. And I believe it just shows, I believe it shares a little perspective that a 90-year-old man would talk about feeling 70 while he's skating. Because if there are 25-year-old people talking about they feel old, what's the comparison between that and a 90-year-old person being able to say, you know what? If I was 70, I would be 20 years younger. That is a significant amount of time. So at any time in my life or at any age, there's always an opportunity to try. You know, it may be a place, I may get to a place where it may not be realistic for me. My body may go in a different way. But, you know, at least right now, in the day to day, let's keep it going. I know what it is. Every single time I click on this, it's muting and unmuting. I'm not sure why it does that. Like, I think it just muted again. Like right now, it just paused again. Oh, this is his daughter here, Buddy Reed. This is my dad. I love him so much. He is a perfect example of a husband, father. This is my dad. I love him so much. He is the perfect example of a husband, father, and grandfather. God really blessed me. Wow. I've grown up in Hickory, and of course, part of that included going to Skateland. Such a treasure from my childhood I'll never forget. Remember him when we used to go all the time? True OGs. I remember him back when I spent a lot of time at Skateland. That was where everyone went on the weekends. So he's a vestige of the community. He can't be 90. He looks amazing. Keep it up, sir. Hey, Brett Ravel, check him out. Your dad looks a lot younger than his age. Good for him. Staying active is important as we grow older. This is what I was saying. Love him. Such a sweetheart. That's awesome. This is how I felt when I saw him. He can't be 90. I ain't trying to sell with this one. I just want to point something out. It's actually not very easy to bend over and tie our shoes up, and our skates especially. The position that he's making, as well as the speed and dexterity at which he's moving his fingers, that's not something that we can take for granted, especially as we continue to age. So, roller skating 3 times a week. I know people around my age who are talking about roller skating 3 times a week is a little bit difficult for them. Roller skating teachers will tell you about how roller skating consistently will begin to take a toll on your body. Well, imagine that same toll on your body 60 years from now. Literally. Your age, X2. That strain. Anyway. Now I want to watch a video of his 99th birthday. This is the big one. They really put some love into this one. Should I be down here with the newscasters? Let me click through one time to see where I should put myself.
I could watch that 5 more times.
I could watch that every hour of the day.
Or just about anywhere you want to go.
Yeah, this'll work.
Pretty fun. Rink, you know it can make for a pretty fun birthday party. But what about one for your great-great-great-great-great-grandfather?
That's a lot of greats there,
A
right?
lot of greats.
For one Catawba County man, there's nowhere else he'd rather spend his 99th birthday. Our Ron Lee introduces us to the man who refuses to let his age define him. It's an inspiring story you will only see right here on WBTV.
You've heard the old adage, somebody simply skating through life. Well, one 99-year-old man is taking that to a whole new level, celebrating his birthday, doing something.
So inside of his chapter, he mentions that Ron Lee does stories on him. I didn't know that Ron Lee was a caster in the area. So it's like a big deal that the dude from Channel 3 is doing stories on you, especially if you're living in an area for your whole life.
It's an inspiring story you will only see right here on WBTV.
You've heard the old adage, somebody simply skating through life. Well, one 99-year-old man is taking that to a whole new level, celebrating his birthday, doing something he's been doing since he was 5 years old. And he has no plans to stop anytime soon.
Skating's been in my life.
Skating
Most of
through
us
life.
don't get a reserved parking spot in the front row or just about anywhere you want to go. But for Gene Elliot, it's no ordinary day.
So great to see you again.
Gene is back here at Skateland USA in Newton, a place he...
You know what? I want to run this back from the top.
It can make for a pretty fun birthday party. But what about one for your great-great-great-great-great-grandfather?
A lot of greats there,
A
right?
lot of greats. Roller rink, you know it can make
It
for a
wasn't
pretty fun
loud
birthday
enough.
party. But what about one for your great-great-great-great-grandfather?
That's a lot of greats there,
A
right?
lot of greats.
For one Catawba County man, there's nowhere else he'd rather spend his 99th birthday. Our Ron Lee introduces us to the man who refuses to let his age define him. It's an inspiring story you will only see right here on WBTV.
You've heard the old old adage, somebody simply skating through life. Well, one 99-year-old man is taking that to a whole new level, celebrating his birthday, doing something he's been doing since he was 5 years old. And he has no plans to stop anytime soon.
Skating's been in my life.
Most of us don't get a reserved parking spot in the front row or just about anywhere you want to go. But for Gene Elliot, it's no ordinary day.
So great to see you again.
Gene is back here at Skateland USA in Newton, a place he's been coming for decades.
My favorite part of this video is all of the people and how connected this community is. First, we get the parking spot. Now we're going to get on the inside and we're going to get some people from the rink talking about their experience with Gene. And it lets me know that this rink is alive and well. There's a connection from the oldest person in the rink to the youngest person in the rink. And it's not something that we can always take for granted.
And the signs of his history at this rink are evident even
Roller
before you
skating
walk
through
in the
time.
front door.
This was my 89th birthday right here.
But if you think Gene's just here for the atmosphere and won't lace up, then you don't know Gene.
You want to skate to fit very snug.
Gene has been skating since the age of 5, back when Calvin Coolidge was in office. And if you're keeping track, that was 17 presidents ago. He even met his wife, Mary Lee, of 57 years at a roller rink. But according to Gene, it wasn't love at first sight.
And one of the girls asked Mary Lee, said, Mary Lee said, why don't you like Gene? And she says, he's too big of a show-off. A year later, we were married.
When the dark times came in 2006 and Gene lost his wife, he said it was his love of skating that brought him back.
I had so much fun, I kept...
2 quick stops. I think it's so funny when dudes have stories like this because they're very rare these days, or they're more rare. When you hear a lot of stories about people getting together now, it's a lot of business marriages. There's a lot of people on the internet talking about a business marriage and trying to frame it like it's an emotional conversation. So it's not always the aspect of this is the romance. This that romance that you can't get no more. It's like we living in Cyberpunk 2077. And this is the organic food. You can't get organic food anymore in the future. You can't get a touching story.
skating, and I've been here ever since.
Before his wife passed, they had 2 children, and his children had children, and their children had children, and their children had children, and their children had children. In all, 5 generations were here to celebrate on his special day.
Look at the kids. My favorite part is the Gen Z influence in the pictures. Who did this? The legend Labubu based. Like, yo, hold this, Grandpa. Put it on.
Right on his special day.
Oh, and look, he has a certificate that says the world's oldest skater. I've been investigating this because I'm not sure if I can call him the world's oldest skater, but we can talk about this in a second.
Hey, so many, it's sometimes hard to keep track of them all.
Well, yeah, it's like there's a Justin and a Jason and 2 Coys and all these different names. It's a big family.
All of whom share Gene's love of
skating.
skating.
About to hit that ring.
Gene doesn't quite get around like he used to. These days, he uses a stabilizer to help with balance.
Look at the
Comes
moves.
with his own little horn to clear the
Let's
path
come
as he
back.
rounds the
We got to
curves.
slow this down. He's not just getting around the ring.
It even
Look
comes
at the
with
arm
like he
action on the skate mate. Look at the curves.
Skating. Gene doesn't
Hitting the
quite get
beats,
around like
ho.
he used to. These
Ho.
days, he uses a stabilizer to help with balance. It even comes with his own little horn to clear the path as he rounds the curves. But he spent more time with family and friends getting hugs and taking selfies than on the skating floor. Soaking up the moment, hoping he never wakes up from a dream that most of us will never know.
This is about the greatest night in my life.
If you're wondering what Gene's going to do next year for the Big 100, I'm told plans are already in the works to be back here. Everybody's strapping on the skates and hitting the floor. In Catawba County, I'm Ron Lee.
I want to see where this kid is in 10 years.
100. I'm told plans are already in the
Dear
works to be back here.
Catawba, dear Catawba County kid child, wherever you are, I want to see where you are in 10 years. I was the kid waving.
Everybody's strapping on the skates and hitting the floor. In Catawba County, I'm Ron Lee, WBTV.
Catawba County.
Oh my gosh, Gene. I love that story so much.
Catawba County. Shouts out to Catawba County. Catawba County. Whoopsies. Everything has a two-factor sign-in. And the thing is, I cannot be asked to get up and walk around and go to the living room to get my other phone. But this video, I'm tired of people trying to get me to sign into Facebook to see stuff. And the fact that I don't need to get on the Facebook to see it, like, so if I keep this here, we are having some technical difficulties, chat. Let's check out a couple pictures. I'm gonna keep it pushing. Got Gene with the younger generation. Nope, that's everything. Duplicate. Y'all can't see any of the things that I'm typing. And I don't understand why I would have you look at my face. I mean, technically on this screen may be a little bit better than just looking at my face. I should name them like the apps. Because instead of naming it like reaction left and reaction right, that doesn't always encompass what I'm going to be looking at, because the box is in a pretty predictable place depending on what you're using. Excuse me. Blues Clues, Blues Clues. Blues Clues, Blues Clues. Okay, we got some more skate footage. Check out homegirl in the back. I love the way she stopped. She was like, oh no. By any means necessary. Hey. They living it up. Oh, we got the pictures. What's the shirt say? I love this shirt. Got him running around in the custom drip. Okay, the oldest living roller skater. This is homegrown art. Wow, now that's love. Okay. So this looks like the shirt for his 97th birthday. A custom shirt with custom art. That's an amazing thing to do. Oh. This is the most heartwarming video I have ever seen. Okay, we're back to the beginning. Facebook. I'm to the place where I might just have to sign into Facebook. You know what? Let me just keep it pushing. It's not the end of the world. I watched that standing like this with my hand on the mouse, looking off to the side. I heard a quote this week that really changed my life. Sales is spiritual. If you want to sell 10 times more than the average salesperson, you have to think 10 times better. When the average salesperson has a sale that doesn't go bad, they get mad at the customer and they shut down and they don't make no more sales that day. When you have something that don't go completely your way or you recorded it, it's a setback. What you do? What is Brighton Streetscape? I want to watch a Brighton Streetscape video. I noticed the last time I watched this video, there was some interference going on. They're playing a song in the background. I'm pretty sure it's like copyrighted music. Let me check. Yep, they're playing some copyrighted music in the background. So I want to rock this completely a cappella. Brighton Streetscape, 54 miles. This is the night before the second UK shutdown. So an extremely historic moment in history. I'm looking out. I have skaters on inline skates and on quad skates. Since it's the day before the next lockdown, people know something's coming up, so the streets are full. The cool part about the Brighton Streetscape is it has developed over time. In the past, it was a traditional inline skate, but as jam skating got more popular, they started adding jam skating and rink elements to the night. Now, they're skating around and there are moments on their route where they stop and dance. I learned about the Brighton street skate by reading about Chris Ward. And back in the day, Chris Ward was an inline skater. He started off playing hockey. Well, in this video, we're going to see him on quad skates. Okay, boom. Finish with the first location. We're about to get to the next location. What? What's up, people on the street? What? In addition to inline skating, music, and dancing, costumes, there's also hoopers. Look at bro trying to get through. The ultimate street skate flex is skating down the street backwards. Ooh, look at that car. It's a bus. Woohoo! So close. That's a commitment. The thing about street skates is it's easy to be super energetic for like a mile. But if you're going 10, 12 miles across town, uphill, downhill, that's when skating super duper fast and being able to consistently skate backwards without tripping over and hitting your head becomes even more impressive. Look at that ground. Ah. Okay, now they got to another place where they can stop and skate. Shouts out to the people on the side. Can't forget the community. Those are the people that make the street skate real. I like the knee light. It's completely attached and you can skate with it so it doesn't obstruct your hands. Okay, they about to show you something about that footwork. All right, Chris, let them know. Let them know about them crazy legs. Let them know about the downtown. Let me see some footwork. Okay, she was a fairy. Bow, bow, she was a fairy. Juggling is extremely difficult, and juggling on skates, my mind is exploding imagining trying to do this. This man's gonna be the Hokage of roller skating, believe it. Okay, show him some more. Let him know about that rhythm. Ooh, look at that intricate footwork. Hype me up, hype me up, hype me up. I hype me up. That's what they dance like to me, at least. Okay, they about to keep it on moving. I'm really starting to see the different skate styles and mixing as I'm watching different people skate. I like these book bags. It's inspiring me to get a speaker book bag too. Thanks for that. Ooh, and that's me. Is this a video of me watching a video of me making a video of me? So the Brighton street skate, that was the Brighton street skate video I wanted to watch. That was the Gene video I wanted to watch. And spring street skating in Brighton, roller skating jam, da 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 da. The Brighton skate space. I think this has already happened. I'm going to get on Google really quickly and search a couple things up. I can bring y'all on the journey. This is for Brighton, Canada. I'm on Reddit. This looks like another Brighton. We're on Reddit with it. I'm thinking someone moving slow. Hype me up though. Does anyone know that the handover date for the skate space, pump track, and skateboard park? Talking Friday, 23rd in August. Skate Meister. So this is Chris. Just posted this in another thread. It was pushing to be this weekend, but it has been delayed. Now will hopefully be next weekend or even earlier. When does it open? It will be short notice and likely not much fanfare. It is apparently today. Lols. So the Brighton Skates proposal for a skater-only space for the roller skate and inline community. Brighton is pulling a San Diego. Brighton is pulling a Golden Gate Park. I can make these up now. I can make these hotkeys up right now. So first things first, I'm the realist. First things first, let me finish this point. Then I can set the hotkeys up real fast. Brighton is pulling a Golden Gate Park. In the 1970s, the skaters in Golden Gate Park protested to get roller skating its own place in the park. They originally wanted to ban it. David Miles went down to City Hall, skated there, and then he popped out, put a suit on, and debated for roller skating's place in Golden Gate Park. One of the legislative measures that they made was the creation of the Golden Gate Skate in Place. One of the biggest differences between roller skating in the UK and roller skating in the United States is the government's role in roller skating. Inside of the United States, there are instances where the government directly sponsors skating. Now we have a place in Brighton for skateboarders and roller skaters and inline skaters. So let's check out the video. Please help us by adding, nope, nope, nope. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4. This video was made to highlight the need for a skate-only space in Brighton. Please help us by adding your name to this petition, which we are showing the Brighton Council. Thank you. Let's see how far along it is. This was 4 years ago. They need 10,049 verified signatures, and they need 1,500 verified signatures, and they are at 1,049. Actually, I read this super wrong. They have 1,049 verified signatures. Petitions with 1,000 plus supporters are 5 times more likely to win. Brighton Seafront have lots of spaces to walk, play basketball, beach volleyball, and cycling, but there are no designed flat, smooth, level areas for roller skaters to skate on. This is now an ever-growing community of roller skaters. There is now an ever-growing community of roller skaters in Brighton, and we would love to see a space developed into a safe area for skaters in the public. This will give children and the adults the opportunity to grow even farther than it has in the last 10 years. This area can be used as a multi-purpose use too. This area can be used as a multi-purpose area too. It would be a great area to also encourage more like-minded people to get involved in skating, like skate dance, slalom, artistic skating, and learning to skate in a safe environment. Skating has changed my life. I have also encouraged over 1,000 people to get involved in skating. We need more rinks, not less. You know what? I like these guys. To be real, the fact that we have pictures of them on the specific thing, I'm not sure if it happened though. I don't want to call it. Oh, so it hasn't happened. I love being a part of the Brighton skate community, but I hate feeling like we're in borrowed space all the time. Having a dedicated skate area would mean everything to us. Skating has saved my mental and physical health during the pandemic. As a foreigner with a work from home job, I found myself locked in my living room 24/7 and unable to travel and see my friends and family for over a year and a half. The Brighton skating community helped me get outside and exercise with a group of fantastic like-minded people, and it's so inspiring to see it growing every week. I only wish we had our own space, which would make our meetups safer and more fun. And I think it's absolutely amazing the work that they're doing in Brighton. And this is just a part of the ever-growing work that it takes to give roller skating a space in the future. David Miles really inspired me when David Miles and the Golden Gate Park skaters really inspired me. When I was thinking about skating, I always imagined it as me doing a performance or some type of rink situation getting created. In California, we have skaters inside of the style skating community first skating outside. That's something that's been lost and transformed over time as people have been shuffled into adult nights. The next amazing part is seeing roller skaters make the connection between the government and the art of roller skating to give roller skating a place in the future. It's one thing for us to all work and sweat in our own communities and silos. It's another level of leverage when we start going out and interacting with the spaces and offices in our world. To keep it real, we all know that's how stuff gets changed. We all know that's how stuff gets moved and it gets shook in the world. So when I see roller skaters going out and going through the proper channels to make sure that roller skating has an even bigger place in the future, it inspires me to say, hey, maybe you need a more active plan for your skate goals. Because if you're not ready to scout a location, find friends who are like-minded like you, get a petition going, take it down to City Hall, and get somebody with millions of dollars to invest in your idea, do you want it to happen? And can you be surprised if it doesn't happen when you're competing with people that are going to do all of that? So, some people's contribution to skating is going to be they went down to the rink and they were that person in the rink, in the space to do the performances. Another major contribution to skating can be doing the paperwork and the legislative work to ensure that people have a space to skate. And that may help skating grow just as much or even more at times than performing. So, you know what I mean? I think that's cool. I thought I'd been yapping. I thought I had been yapping for 2 hours. I have been yapping for 52 minutes. I have been yapping for 52 minutes. Let's watch this proposal video. I want to see if the proposal video has any copyrighted music in it.
Around the world, seaside communities like Brighton have long attracted roller skaters to their promenades, and major port cities such as New York, San Francisco, Barcelona are now home to thriving.
I was not expecting to get this history lesson on Brighton. And I didn't know that Brighton had such a deep connection to roller skating history.
Rebuilt in 1800 demands.
I never thought about the idea that roller skating is socially distanced.
Reports sales increases of up to makes us feel free, happy, focused, and relaxed. It's a lifestyle sport that can stay with people from childhood into old age.
Hey, bro,
when learned and practiced correctly, it's a safe and fun sport for everyone. In any given week, Brighton already hosts a variety of skating disciplines, including skate dancing, slalom, urban dancing, slalom, urban, fitness skating, roller derby, and skate park. Brighton desperately needs skater-only areas so that all participants, including beginners and skate dancers, can safely enjoy their sport. This means smooth, flat surfaces, free from camber, long oval.
The coolest part about roller skating and making skating spaces, most skaters really just need a concrete a lot. They need like a concrete slabs, like some smooth concrete. Well, Boss Tweezy, it's your boy Dun Beezy, and I have to be Reezy. That was the point. Let me cap it off. Streetscape Brighton is a streetscape that is ran out of Brighton, England. It was inspired by Streetscape London and is a part of the English/European tradition of having outside streetscapes. In the States, we have more rinks. So street skates are more of a niche way of people to skate. However, out in places where skating rinks aren't as supported, they become one of the main ways that people are organizing. Well, that's all I have for you today. The next time I come back in to stream on YouTube, I have a bunch of videos that I want to react to. Point blank, period. Well, I'm going to see y'all soon. See you, Boss Tweezy.